independence, the clarion call was tackling poverty, ignorance and diseases. How has Kenya progressed 60 years into independence? Tonight, in our series of features under the banner Kenya at 60, we focus on the progress the country has made in tackling various pandemics. Here now is Joy Joan to take us through.
As we celebrate 60 years of resilience, unity and progress, we take a closer look at the health journey of our nation. From triumphs over diseases to the ongoing battle against global challenges, Kenya has shown remarkable strength. To begin with, we have polio. Polio is a highly infectious disease caused by a virus called the polio virus. This virus invades the nervous system and can cause a total paralysis in a matter of hours. Polio affects children under the age of 5, but anyone of any age who is not vaccinated can contract this disease. Kenya is certified to be polio-free. History of polio. In 1929, the first 2 cases were detected for the first time in Kenya. In 1996, Kenya conducted the first national immunization campaign. In 2005, an outbreak of wild polio was declared in the Horn of Africa and Yemen, with over 700 cases. This then led to the emergency immunization campaign that was launched across 8 countries, including Kenya. More than 34 million children were reached. Between the years of 1988 to 2023, wild poliovirus cases decreased by over 99% from an estimated 350,000 cases in more than 125 endemic countries. The polio burden in Kenya. 1 in 200 infections leads to irreversible paralysis, usually of the legs. 5 to 10% of the paralyzed die when their breathing muscles become immobilized. This is mainly because this poliovirus affects the nerves, mostly the nerves from the neck to your diaphragm, which then leads to this immobilization. Up next, we have malaria. What is malaria? Malaria is a life-threatening disease that is caused by a parasite called Plasmodium. This then is spread to humans by infected female Anopheles mosquitoes. Malaria is preventable and curable, and those at high risk of infection are infants, children under the age of 5, pregnant women, travelers, and people with HIV and AIDS. Now we go to the malaria burden. Between the years of 1963 to 2000, there is no documentation of reported cases, while in 2001, 17,567 cases were reported. 2005, we have 90,214 reported cases. In 2006, we have 126,604 reported cases. In 2008, we have 120,782 reported cases. In 2021, we have 3.83 million cases with 735 reported deaths. We now move to the next disease, which is tuberculosis, better known as TB. In 1993, WHO declared TB an airborne infectious disease. TB is among Kenya's top 4 leading causes of death, with more than 120,000 people developing TB every year. TB is caused by a bacteria which becomes airborne and spreads when untreated persons sneeze or cough. Children account for 10 to 11% of all these cases. In 2020, TB accounted for 3.2% of all deaths. Up to the next disease, we have HIV/AIDS. HIV is human immunodeficiency virus. The first case was diagnosed in Kenya by the year 1984. 1.4 million individuals are living in Kenya with HIV. New HIV infections have been lowered by 78%. 98% of cases are on antiretroviral treatment. Kenya is among the pioneer approvers of pre-exposure prophylaxis. This is a drug used to those who have been exposed to HIV. TB is one of the most common opportunistic diseases associated with HIV/AIDS. We move on to the next disease, which is COVID-19. COVID-19 means coronavirus disease 2019. In January of 2020, it was globally declared a public health emergency. At the point of declaration, there were recorded 171 deaths. March 13, 2020, the first case was detected in Kenya, while on July 30th, 2020, 17,975 cases were reported, with 285 dead. By December 2020, the death toll stood at 1,813,188 globally. By May 5th, 2023, WHO declared COVID-19 no longer a global health emergency. On October 20th, 2021, President Uhuru Kenyatta lifted the nationwide curfew. We move on to the COVID-19 burden in Kenya, where we have 344,130 reported cases with 5,689 reported deaths. We have 337,309 recovery cases. So as we celebrate Kenya at 60, let's salute the healthcare heroes, scientists, and every citizen who contributed to our nation's health journey. Happy 60th, Kenya.